usual, we begin to break the person down into moments that we shared with them. So it's a very rich experience because everybody comes with different aspects. This morning when I walked in, Thandi was on the floor. She was talking about a time when she was the deputy to Winnie, deputy president of the Women's League, and so she was sharing some of those moments with her. I spoke, and for me, some of the things were about the complexities of the person she was. She was a very complex, sometimes very difficult person, but what I can always, without hesitation, call a great person, because she took a position. One thing about Unomzamo is that you never doubted where she stood about anything in life. And you know what? She was not a petty person. She would have a fight with you, an argument, a disagreement. After that, there's things to be done. There's work to be done, and she gets on with it. You are not her enemy. So that's what we were sharing inside. Tokyo has just left. He was talking here, sharing moments of when, in fact, he was attracted to Winnie, the person, the mother. As a teenager, he was attracted to the home of the Mandelas, and therefore ended up in the ANC because of this great woman. So these are the things that in here people are coming in and sharing. Just now when we left, the president of the Women's League, who at some point was Secretary General in Winnie's presidency, what's her name, Batabi, she is now talking. There's a big delegation of the Women's League leadership. So that's what's happening inside. There's no crying. Yes, at some point, I actually cried. I'm a crier.
You look like you're crying. Well, I cried last night and this morning.
Cry. And there's nothing wrong with crying. And in fact, we must allow ourselves to cry. We must have permission to cry, because it's also healing to cry. We have lost a great person.
No, we are laughing inside because we are looking at all the facets of Comrade Winnie's life. Yeah, how she used to reprimand us, how she used to hug us. We are crying, we are laughing. That's Winnie.
Just one last question. She was known as a critical voice in the ANC. Some are saying that gap needs to be filled now that she's gone. Would you take that up?
Well, I think there are lots of critical voices. I think that she nurtured enough. She's done what we used to call the creation of the critical mass. I think that the space for the younger generation from Mam Winnie is ready to take over. Not for themselves, but to ensure that what they lived for, what they were humiliated for, what they were jailed for, actually begins to come through to the rest of the South Africans. So I think, yes, being critical is not being anti. It is looking at the other side. And if there is anybody who actually sharpened Mam Winnie's skills, was Utatu Kwala. And I have always mourned the passing of Eric Kwala because he played the role of the devil's advocate in the ANC. That we sorely need.